Hi everyone, this is Morgan Elizabeth, and I want to practice for a Moth Storytelling event this evening where the theme is Lost and Found. You have to tell a story in 5 minutes or less that goes with that theme. They're drawing names out of a hat, so I may not get picked to tell my story, but I thought, screw that, I'm gonna record myself and put myself on YouTube. So it's a special day. This is not the story. It's a special day. Today is the 4-year anniversary of my father's passing. And I wanted to just tell a little story about what my life has been like since then in less than 5 minutes. So take a deep breath. Shake it out. Shake it out. Take a moment to admire my little altar behind me because I totally set that up to be on camera. And now, let's get started. 4 years ago, I received a voicemail from the King County Medical Examiner's Office calling in regards to an Albert W. Bush. The first thought that went through my mind was, they're not alive when they're at the medical examiner's. With the death of my dad came the death of my life as I knew it. I had been living with him, and he had been financially supporting me and my budding filmmaking, acting, writing, and burlesque careers. He was my biggest fan. Our friend Jennifer once said, "Morgan, your dad would support you if you decided you wanted to pick your nose for the rest of your life. All he wanted was for you to be happy and to live your dreams." I lost my dad. I lost my home. I lost a couple of close friends and a boyfriend, all of whom couldn't handle what I was going through. I felt alone and I was scared. So I decided to eat, pray, love it. I put my stuff into a storage unit, packed a backpack, and left. 9 countries visited, about a dozen incredible spiritual healings received, and I was still scared and lost. And I planted myself in Brooklyn, where I sat for 2 years. I babysat, a house sat, a pet sat. I was taking care of other people's homes and loved ones and barely scraping by. I had had enough and needed to shake my life up. My yoga studio was offering 40 days of chanting from 5 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. to help renew yourself, and it was free. I did it, and it kicked my ass. I remember looking at my Brooklyn bedroom thinking, I don't want to be here anymore. I was yearning for my backpack and to live the nomadic life once again. The chanting ending, and next thing I knew, I quit my jobs, I sublet my apartment, I said goodbye to a lover who did not want to be my boyfriend, and I left. But this time, I didn't feel like a victim of uncontrollable circumstances. I chose my chaos, and I was embracing starting my life over again. I found myself in LA. Still barely scraping by, scared and lost. And then I was introduced to a healer named Maria. Pressing down against my outstretched arm, asking questions in her head and receiving the answers from my muscles, Maria turned to me and said, "It's just as I thought. We need to do a bereavement healing about your father. You have this belief inside of you that you cannot live without him. That is why you haven't really been able to make a living, and that is why you haven't gone for your dreams. Because that would be living without him." That was it. That was the core of my grief. Instantly, I broke into tears, relieved that finally somebody had told me my truth that I had desperately been trying to figure out for 4 years. That healing with Maria changed everything. And all the healings leading up to it had been necessary because each peeled away a layer of myself that allowed me to get to the core of my turning point at this time. My dad was never the driving force in my life and my decisions. I was always in the driver's seat, being like, now I'm going on that off-road path. He was always just cheering me on and knowing that I could do it. I love my dad, and he loved me greatly. And now my confidence and my drive have returned to me with this newfound strength and wisdom. I am so grateful for my dad. And I can say to you now that I am here, fully living my life without him. Thank you.